Transcending 1999 to 2012, a series of videos eternally retold.
Soul Calibur Month.
Hello and welcome to Soul Calibur Month. Well, we're finally at the end of the journey, and what a journey it's been. I've looked at every mainline entry of the Soul Calibur series. I've looked at a story that was blocked off by text and told it through animation, and I've also looked at a terrible story. Well, I'm at the end, and you know, I love doing top 10s, so I'm gonna finish it off with one of those. And you know what makes Soul Calibur but the characters? Roll that title card. Hello, YouTube, and welcome to Heemingamin's Top 10 Characters in Soul Calibur! An opinion piece. Soul Calibur is an amazing series. Lots of fun stages, memorable music, and a great cast of fighters. With such a huge variety of fun weapons and warriors, whenever I boot up the Soul Calibur games, I usually end up playing for way longer than I originally intended. That's because controlling these characters is such a blast, and getting those victories feels nice. So, I'm going to tell you about the characters that I usually find myself gravitating towards whenever I boot up any of these games. Are these two Soul Calibur characters? I mean, they're in Soul Calibur games. Well, one apiece. But, I mean, I adore these guys. Let's look at Darth Vader first. Why did I pick Darth Vader? 'Cause he's Darth Vader. Do we really need me to explain? You get it, right? And since he's in the game, he decided to bring along the Imperial March. I don't care if I'm cutting down rebels or European knights. With a black cape on my back and a red lightsaber in my hand, I feel awesome. On the other hand is Link. He is easily the best guest character in the series combat-wise. It's upsetting not having his fun moveset in other games. I don't even care for his extra arsenal. Just give me the spins, the slashes, and the down stabs. It is fun to play as Link. Of course, he does have the same great quality that Darth Vader has, and that's the fact that he decided to smuggle in some of his music. Honestly, this is probably one of my favorite renditions of the Legend of Zelda theme. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know too much about Don Pierre. I mean, come on, this footage isn't even mine. You see, his first entry was Soul Calibur 5, but his DLC. And the thing is, I got Soul Calibur 5 on a great bargain for $3.49, but the DLC character was $4.99. If I pay more for a DLC character than I do for the actual product, I'm pretty sure I die immediately and get sent straight to one of the circles of hell. But I still love Don Pierre. He's a joke character. He's frustrating to play as, so if you can actually get a win with him, it's that much sweeter. And as you can probably tell by looking at the screen, his moveset is as silly as heck. One of my favorite comments from the video that I stole this from, it said, "Oh, you got some Waluigi in my Soul Calibur." But let's get right down to brass tacks. Those aren't the reasons why I chose Don Pierre. The reason I chose him is his aesthetic. And I'm not just talking about the fact that he looks like Robbie Rotten.
Are you a real villain?
Well, technically, nah.
Nope, it's my kryptonite. It's that stellar mustache!
It is I, Yoshimitsu.
Yoshimitsu is kind of a guest character. He was originally from Tekken, but for some reason, Namco decided to put him in this game as well. And I love him! But I actually learned that Soul Calibur's Yoshimitsu didn't come from Tekken, but the other way around. You see, Yoshimitsu is the first in a long line of ninja samurai robots? And they named their first son Yoshimitsu, and the Tekken Yoshimitsu is part of that proud long lineage. You can see it in Soul Calibur 5. Yoshimitsu is actually one of the children characters.
Behold, I am Yoshimitsu II.
But they didn't decide to scrap his moveset like a bunch of Nimrods! He's got a flag, a sword, and a bunch of weird moves. Whether he's saying Namu, sitting down so he can heal during the battle, or riding around on his sword like a gosh dang madman. He is fun to use with all of his eccentricities. But the biggest reason that he's here is because of his super move. With one attack, he can take away 60% of someone's health.
I hardly have any time left. My HP is declining faster than I thought it would. I guess I'll just have to teach you the meaning of these words. Go beyond! Plus Ultra!
Oh, did I mention that it also costs half of your HP because you stab yourself in the freaking abdomen? Hildegard von Krone, the warrior princess of Wolf Krone.
I don't always play fighting games competitively, but if I did, I'd prefer to main Hildegard. Stay janky, my friends.
Unlike most characters, she wields two weapons. A big long spear to keep people at a distance, and if you manage to get in close, she's got this fast little short sword to dice you up with. Her versatility makes her a blast to play. I also love her design. She either wears a dress or plate armor. No other character in this game really dresses for war. Well, I mean, sometimes Nightmare does. But look at this, he's got his astral void exposed. I mean, cover that up, dude. You're just asking to get hurt. You wanna know why I like song Mina? Because deep in my heart, I'm a coward. I know that the best way to win a match is to avoid damage. And what better way to accomplish this than by keeping your foe more than 10 feet away with an awesome polearm. I mean, she's also a great character because of her story. The man that she has a crush on, Young Sung, heads out to get the Soul Edge so that their kingdom can thrive and prosper. However, because of her training, Mina knows that if one is to take hold of the blade, there's like a 90% chance they're gonna go insane and start gobbling up people's souls. So she heads out to stop Young Sung and destroy the evil blade. I just love the amount of damage I can do from this distance with Seong Mina. You do not get to approach this chick. She will cut you to ribbons, and even if you do somehow manage to get close, she can transform into a rabid spinny blender thing.
You win.
You're not bad, but...
Now we're getting to the big boys, the people that I love using. Cervantes. First off, he's a pirate, and pirates are awesome. But he's one character where I know every single move in his moveset. Another awesome thing, he's been in every single Soul Calibur game, including the spin-offs. But the reason that I love Cervantes is his arena control. His double stab can send opponents way back, and getting that running stab feels amazing when you slam them into the ground. He also has the best love story in all of Soul Calibur. Him and Soul Edge are such a cute couple, and he truly loves and respects her. Every time Nightmare is revived, Soul Edge wants to leave Cervantes, and he allows it to go because it's like the old adage goes. If you love something, let it go. And then if you go and murder the current owner and the sword still accepts you, then it's true love or something like that, I don't know. He loves the blade so much that he had a kid with it. I mean, last time I checked, Cervantes is human, but somehow Ivy has cursed blood. Heck, he even ate Ivy's soul for the sword. Don't worry though, she had a spare soul. It's all good. But yeah, the easy far knockback and the awesome pirate music brought by Cervantes lands him clean in the top 5 for me.
Justice will prevail! Just kidding!
Honestly, that is the line that made me pick up the series. That's a hilarious line! And you know what else is fun? Shinhwa! She has one move that really gets you an opponent. It's one of the few moves that has been nerfed in the series. In Soul Calibur 2, forward vertical is an awesome stab to the ribcage and then a stab to the shins. Most people are clever enough to block their lungs, but immediately drop your guard to your legs? People ain't that clever. The nerf came later because Shinhwa used to walk while she performed this. You could walk your opponent all the way to the edge of the stage and just knock him off. But now she stands completely still. Give people a chance. Heck, she even had more of a nerf in Soul Calibur 5 when they straight up removed her! No, it's okay, I understand. Can't let Chet and his one single move single-handedly dominate the online leaderboards. But she's making a return for Soul Calibur 6, and she's even voiced by Wendy Lee again! This is perfect!
Stop me! Just kidding!
But yeah, I think that Shinhwa is an important character to the series. I mean, look at this. This is Soul Calibur's canon design. And in Soul Calibur 2, Shinhwa actually unlocks the paintbrush. But yeah, Shinhwa, cute, spunky, fun to use, and a cannon wielder of the paintbrush. What's not to love?
All together, justice will prevail!
Well, seeing as how this is a Soul Calibur video, and Soul Calibur always has such great crossovers, I decided to ask a couple of my friends who are fans of the series to come on. So, everybody who's watching this on mobile and tablet will get to hear from Strain42, while everybody watching on a desktop setting will get to listen to BLAZINGKNIGHT. Of course, I'm not a complete scuzz bucket, so I'll actually let you listen to both of them. Unless you're watching this on Roku. If you're watching on Roku, turn this off. You don't get to watch it. I don't even know why I said that. I actually really like my Roku.
Pumpkin epic!
Well, for my pick, I have to go with none other than Ivy Valentine. She was the very first character I'd ever used in the series, even when I could have picked Link because I started with Soul Calibur 2, and she has been my main character of choice in every game since then. She's got that awesome sword whip and is one of the tougher characters to actually use well, but that only makes me want to try even harder to master her mechanics. The combination of a sword stance and a whip stance gives her a good balance of close range and long range attacks, with the whip stance offering her decent grapples as well. She doesn't really have the best low attacks, and it's sort of a joke amongst the Soul Calibur community just how crazy difficult her Calamity Symphony and Summon Suffering attacks are to pull off, but she's a fast character with nice range of attacks overall. And don't even get me started on her role in the games. Ivy has had to overcome a cursed life and even family in an attempt to destroy the Soul Edge. Her methods may seem antagonistic to some of the more obviously heroic characters in the series, but really, Ivy does strive to do the right thing, even if how she chooses to do so comes across as a bit peculiar to others. How could I not admire her for that? And for all of these reasons, Ivy is my personal favorite character in the series, and easily one of the best Soul Calibur has to offer.
That's it?
Yep.
Those are the only reasons you like her.
Oh my gosh, you're right. She's also a total babe. I mean, just look at her. Aside from being awesome in terms of story and gameplay, she is one of the most recognizably hottest characters in all of gaming. I mean, how could I forget those two great big reasons?
2 reasons? Isn't her being attractive just one reason?
Hey, I said what I said. Don't you have a character to talk about?
Nightmare. This twisted tyrant has everything I could want in a Soul Calibur character. He's got the look, the power, the drama, the voice, the moveset, the quotes. Truth be told, he literally has it all and has become the face of the franchise for a reason. In fact, I'm shocked that he isn't #1. But since Heemingamin is the one making this video and not me, I'm in no position to argue.
Ha! Now you know how it feels! This face freaking chump. Thinking that fate is better than awakening the nerve!
When regarding the majority of fighting games, I much prefer to play as the very fast characters that are all about pulling off combos, so I wasn't keen on Nightmare to begin with. However, due to the slower nature of Soul Calibur and its focus on 3-dimensional fighting, I quickly grew to love this behemoth and he has become my main in every single Soul Calibur game. Since this man wields such a colossal greatsword, as to be expected, he's slower than most, and I'll admit some of his moves are rather easy to read, which I feel makes him somewhat predictable and exploitable. But good lord, does he make up for it with pure power! If Nightmare's Soul Edge manages to connect with his opponents, it is no laughing matter on their end, as a great number of his attacks can take a significant chunk out of the enemy's life bar. Even his light moves pack quite a punch, which by itself I find to be pretty awesome, but his moveset is what truly makes Nightmare a monster to square off against. This Supreme Swordsman has one of my favourite set of attacks in all the fighting games. Almost all of his swordswings have very distinct and long-reaching arcs that allow Nightmare to cover a sizable area and keep his foes at bay, along with some surprisingly fancy swordplay, which I've noticed throws people off balance more often than not, and is even capable of some rather cool combos. making him a fighter I observed to be very aggressive and great for applying pressure, in addition to simultaneously functioning as a defensive fighter who focuses on harshly punishing players that leave themselves open, which to some may seem unfair considering just how versatile and potent Nightmare can be, but in my opinion, if you're careless enough to get hit by him, you deserve to die. Top that off with an incredible and iconic design, an interesting concept and backstory that is the backbone of the series' lore, a constant power struggle between man and monster, allowing for some heavy drama, or as heavy as the series will allow, and you've got what I consider to be the all-time greatest soul in Soul Calibur. Or at least that's what I would say if Heemin didn't have one other fighter to fawn over.
Now, while I will give it to Blazing Knight that Nightmare is far more iconic, and Strain wasn't wrong when he says that Ivy has just huge character complexities, I am basing my picks on how well I use them in combat. Jerks make me look bad with valid story reasons. Well, if Cervantes is good at arena control, Raphael is the master. His YYY move will push anyone back, and his XX move has an amazing range for anyone who wants to sidestep him, but he easily has the best throw in the game. I mean, I do love the flurry of stabs, but the knockback is always straight back a solid 10 feet. And as I mentioned in my first video, knocking people off of cliffs in Soul Calibur, just ooh, it activates the dopamine center in my amygdala like nothing else. And with Raphael, I can easily guide anyone over to a nice little cliff and send them into that ravine. Ooh, the messages I've been sent over Xbox Live. And I thought Chernobyl was toxic. Yeah, his story sucks. In Soul Calibur 2, I like his cocky attitude, but in later installments, he becomes a total scumbucket. More than just a scumbucket, the dude's an entire scum barrel, killing off his own dudes. Yeah, Amy, get him, get him! And seriously, is he a freaking vampire?
Perhaps I shall make you Amy's pet!
And don't even get me started on 5. It's actually speculated by fans that Raphael got murdered in that installment and actually became the new Nightmare. So I guess that you're actually right here, Blazing Knight. While I mentioned that playing games competitively is not my bag, I bet that I could actually hold my own with Raphael's fancy footwork and cheeky knockback. Well, this has been my top 8 picks for Soul Calibur characters, and normally at this point in the video I would like to thank my guests. But they made me look bad. They chose legitimate picks. They didn't choose it just because you can knock people off cliffs. Actually, because they made picks, they made my video that much higher in quality. Actually gave it some authority. So I guess I will thank them. Check them out. Strain42. He does a lot of content on Shinhwaga's Fantastic series. And I believe Blazing Knight does a bunch of Fire Emblem content. He's also got a lot of top 10s. Those are lengthy and well thought out, just like his pick. And so, or you can check out some more of my stuff. Unless, of course, you disliked my stuff. In that case, you're going to want to hit that dislike button and unsubscribe, desubscribe. Make sure you never subscribe. Thanks for watching the video. Bye.